Hello again. This is the Water Man. Spiritual Toolbox number 369. John chapter 4, recording number 11. Audio recording number 687. And examination table number 344. Just a second. Now, we'll be continuing in John chapter 4, verse 5. It says in the King James Version, "Then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar," I think is the way you spell it, or say it, Sychar, "near to the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph." Okay? Now, we're going to be opening this up, breaking it down here in just a little bit. How it applies right now. Not just leave it in a history lesson or put it out here in the future sometime. It's right now. Because that's when God's working right now inside of us. From the inside to the outside. Not shining the outside of the cup and look good, and inside you're full of all kinds of dead men's bones. Your carnal thinking is not changed at all. Maybe suppress, trying your best, but it's not good enough. You got to turn from your old thinking, give up on that, die to that self, that old yuck, and turn to God with everything you got. Become a widow to that old way of thinking, and come to God's higher, superior way of thinking. His way of loving. Come to a higher and higher and higher, greater level, superior way of thinking, of loving. You come back to Racham, a little bit by little bit by little bit, in each and every thought process. He's correcting it, kicking out the old bad yuck stuff that's dark, like dark matter and dark energy. It's yuck thinking in your universe of a mind. Kick that bullcrap out. That's just two in your field, two in your earth, and your earthly thinking, and your soulish thinking, that mixed up muddy ball of water, needs to be changed back to the spirit. That's God's thinking process. Kick that muddy thinking out, that dark matter, that dark energy that separates you from God. It's good and evil. Good, bad, and ugly. It's all yuck. Yuck. Vomit that stuff out. Okay? Now, I went fishing a little bit this morning. Caught 9 bass. That was pretty good. And on the way back, I was listening to some songs and stuff, and it just dawned on me, we're our seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell is see, let me get to this. I wrote down a couple notes to help me with this. Now, our carnal-mindedness, non-spiritual thinking. When it smells, like the seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, just that one smell, the right-mindedness of God, that love beyond mere description of words, it thinks, ooh, yuck. It's extremely detestable. Ew, yuck. It wants to kick God out, edging God out. Your own ego wants to kick God out. Keep him insignificant. Oh, God isn't talking to you. Yeah, he is. Better pay attention. Okay? Now, on the other hand, God's righteousness, his love, is enmity. The carnal mind and God are enmity. God's righteousness. They're all opposed, directly opposed, right? God's righteousness, God's love beyond the mere descriptions of words, it thinks that carnal thinking, stinking process, your good and evil stuff, is ooh, yuck. That OU, absolute negative. Absolutely not. allowed by God. Ooh, that's yuck. Now, let's go to, back to, I'm just going to read them. I already broke it down, so just one word. But in Revelation chapter 3, verse 15, 16, and 17, okay? Verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold or hot. I would that you weren't cold or hot, that you were, okay? So then, because you art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, in hot pursuit, emphatic about God, turning away from this whole stinking thinking process, I will spew. Remember that word? Spew ye out of my mouth. God will spew you out of his mouth. Let's look and see. I know what it is, but I want to have this pronounced again. Okay? Okay, spew comes from 1692. E-M-E-O, this word.
Strong's G, 1692, emeo.
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 Okay, now, that word's a verb, and it means to vomit in the Strong's. In the Thayer's, is to vomit, to throw up, vomit forth, to reject with extreme disgust. The carnal mind is rejecting with extreme disgust God's righteousness, God's love. Ooh, yuck. That smell is yucky. Right? It wants to remain king of your heart, of your mind, of your thought. Don't kick me out. Don't throw me in the briar patch. That's where the old, Right? It wants to go back in that car. It wants to stay king of your heart, of your mind. Kick its ass out. That beast that donkey, that he-hauled donkey, kick it out. Get out of here, man. Right? Like in Isaiah chapter 30, verses 18 through 22, that last stuff, get out. Right? All right. Now, on the contrary, they're opposing right. That carnal mind's wanting that, want to kick God out. Keep him insignificant. God's showing you with his explanation, his giving forth his argument, and he's driving up the intensity in those storms of life to cause you to want to agree with him. Say, man, yeah, that stuff really stinks. Ooh, that smell. Okay, I like that song, but I changed words a little bit to make it fit better. Ooh, that smell. The carnal mind surrounds you. Ooh, that smell. The carnal mind surrounds you. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. The smell of it surrounds you. Right, it's all elliptically enclosed around that seed of Christ. But that seed of Christ is your green light in God. It's increasing and that old's vanishing. Because two things can't, just like in the natural, two things cannot occupy the exact same spot at the same time. That old stuff's got to go so that the glory of God, that increase in that seed of Christ, can grow. Within you. Ooh, the smell. So you better, to agree with God, you better get that old crap out. Better vomit that stuff up, just like it's saying right here. Vomit that stuff up. To vomit. To reject with extreme disgust. Which side are you choosing? Are you making a stand in your own carnal bullshit thinking? Your own righteousness, what you think's good and evil. I've always done it this way. It's all whoop up, whatever. Good, bad, and ugly, it's all bullshit. Worthless and detestable. So that beast nature. Do you want to get rid of that tattoo in your mind and in your hand? Well, agree unto God and do it in hot pursuit. Emphatically. Turn 180 degree about face From facing your own stinking thinking processes, about face, turn, metanoia. Forward march, right back into God. Everything you got. That's how you get up those steps. And when God gives the increase, okay? Now, let me go on here to another thing God was talking to me on my drive home, okay? It's just like in a survival situation, okay? Just like I was attracted to this man for years and years and years. I mean, a long time. Something about that learning and just about that black hole and all this stuff, I just like craved it. I don't know. And it was all of a sudden now he's bringing it out, bringing it to the front. I've been sharing some of it. See, the heavens are telling the glory of God and declare His handiwork, His works, His efforts, God's efforts, not your stinking thinking. And it's talking this outside, it's just showing you inside what He's doing. All the way down in those little microscopic black holes, just like out in the. Okay, now this survival situation, when someone's really they can't go very long without. First, the air is the shortest, oxygen out of the air. Then water. Can't live very long, like 3 days, without water. And then without food, you maybe like, I don't know what it is, 3 weeks or something. It's longer, quite a bit longer. Okay? Now, whenever you're in that survival situation, whenever you're in your carnality, in this mind, and you're starving for the sincere milk of the word, or the sincere meat, the sincere food, nourishment from God, not nourishment from this hog pen that you're in, like the prodigal son, eating corn husk and poop and pee and mud in the hog pen, sticking that stuff in your mouth, swallowing it, thinking, man, that's good for you. It'll give you substance to help you grow and be healthy. You're eating bullshit. Or hog shit. Unclean animal stuff. Out of your own beast nature. It ain't gonna make you healthy. Okay? You're in a survival situation. Be reasonable. Turn from that stuff and come back to your Father's house. Come back to God. His righteousness, His love beyond the mere description of words. He'll kill the fatted calf, throw a great party, make a big feast for you. And it's coming up at 666. Boom. He's removing a little bit of that, a little bit of those pixels out of your mind, out of your hand, each one of those steps. He's climbing that stairway to heaven. right back to the eye of the needle. Got choked up here. Okay, now, the survival situation. Let me read this right here. Whenever one is able to see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, that it's their own I, their own ego, that log is in the way of this one thought process. No matter what they thought about it before. Well, that's good, man. You're eating a Joppa hot dog and drinking a Joppa milkshake. It's poop. It's the easy peasy way. Gonna make you sick. It tastes sweet in your mouth, but bitter in your stomach, in your insides. Oh, I'm sicker than a dog, right? When you recognize that I, that ego, recognize it for what it is. Man, that's not good stuff. The way I was thinking was bullshit. Worthless and detestable. It's dung. I count it all as dung for winning Christ. It's filthy, minstrel, stinking rags. The heart of man, the heart of that mankind thinking is desperately wicked and evil. It's trying to trip me up. It's trying to be a Jacob, a heel grabber, heel catcher, trickster, used car salesman. Ooh, yuck! Just trying to do whatever to get you, trip you up in your lifestyle and the way you think. Ooh, yuck. You see that? It's like autonomy. You see, hear, taste, touch, or smell it. You're identifying it. Because God's argument, his case, he's putting forth an explanation, and that intensification is getting that there. And then you metanoia. Change the way you think about that. Ooh, yuck. Ugh! Vomit it out. Spew it out. You remember that? To vomit it out. To throw up. To reject with extreme disgust. Ooh, and turn to God. Metanoia, and pursue it in hot pursuit. Not just, well, I'll tiptoe through the tulips, but as soon as it gets a little bit tough on me, I'm turning right back to that stuff. Lot's wife. Pillar of salt. Can't go on, can't walk. Pillar of salt. Can't walk, can't live, can't think. The efforts are worthless. Okay, now you turn from it, you recognize it. That eyes in your seeing, hearing, touch, and smell, and you're actually married to that bullshit thinking. And you turning from that. Man, that's nasty. Right? It's, man, that makes me so sick. Can't believe I was partaking in that stuff. Can't believe I was eating that stuff. Look at it. Oh! Right? See it, hear it, taste, touch, and smell. See with this? Ooh, that smell. The smell of this surrounds you. It's getting in your mouth. As you touch that oil-sucking poop thinking of your own righteousness sucking you down. And it's getting in all your orifices. You can't see, hear, taste, touch, or smell nothing but that crap thinking. I'm trying to breathe that crap. Turn from that and pursue God and with all you got. And hot pursuit, emphatically. And then when it qualifies with God, He receives you back, kills that fatted calf, has a great party for you. They can do in the ancient time, the Jews and stuff, man, they partied down. Great celebration. Coming on up to the next stop, next level, next order. Chom. A little bit more, greater and greater and greater. Climbing a staircase, back through that funnel of correction, that staircase going right, taking you right back into the pipeline of God, back to that eye of the needle. And that beast nature has gotta go. It's gotta hit the road, Jacob. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jacob, and don't you come back no more. Get out of here. In this case, vomit that crap out. Ooh, that smell. You're taking and choosing, making your stand in Christ. Not in my own righteousness. Man, I got a right. I'm independent. That's one of those ites, isn't it? Ites from the imaginations, from us giants in your land, in your mind. From Deuteronomy 7:1, right? Ooh, that smell. The smell of this surrounds you. Throw it up, just like your daddy got here, right? And that's extremely disgusting. Choose with God. In the eye of the storm, you got to make a choice. Choose your own, stay with your own thing. Anything but being in hot pursuit of God, turning and agreeing with God is choosing that, telling God no. You're going to fall off that thing, bam, 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 down that spiraling staircase that's taking you farther and farther and farther from God. The day that you eat from the tree of your own knowledge of good and evil, you shall surely die. You shall be separated from God's righteousness. Doesn't hurt, pop out like that guy who's falling down the stairs. Dumbass. Right? You're a dumbass. I'm a dumbass if I do that. Stop it. Don't swallow that stuff. Oh, no. Gotta, ooh, that smell. Not saying, man, that chopper dog is something awesome. You swallow a big old diarrhea hot dog. Well, here, let me wash it down with this milkshake from Joppa. The easy peasy way. It's crap. Oh, man. Okay. I hope I brought that out so, okay? Now, in this survival ordeal that we're going through, right? This type of survival situation, whenever they come to a person in the natural, you see them, they're going through, they're about to starve and everything else. They get a little bit of successes. Get them a shelter built, or catch them a fish, or kill a little squirrel and get up. Man, they're extremely thankful. They use every bit of it, all they can eat. They're not complaining, man, I don't like that crap. I gotta have a filet mignon, or I gotta eat nothing but vegetables. I can't eat none of this. I'm too good for that. I ain't eating those roots. I dare die. No, if you're put to the test, God is dialed up inside you. He's in that, his case, his argument, his explanation, and he's dialed up the intensity to where you're like starving to death for God's love, God's righteousness inside you to satisfy you, to feed you spiritually, to give you real satisfaction, not this temporary, this transitory, temporary satisfaction. Oh, I got a new truck. In short periods, thing's a piece of crap. I need something else to satisfy me. The horse always wants more. What's once more? That's that, talking about that humanistic thinking. Your beast nature always wants more. It's never satisfied for very long. I gotta go shopping. Buy all kinds of stuff. Buy way more than you could. I use my credit card and I just charge the heck out. I'll max this one out. I'll get another one. Tomorrow I'll go max this one out. You're feeding your own your stinking thinking. That's not the success in God. That's not pearls of great price. It's inside. It takes lots of pressure to make diamonds, and agitation and stuff in like the clam to make that, and pressures and stuff to make the pearl. Not this, oh well, if that's just too hard for me, I'll just take and puss out. I'll be a big pussy cat and I'll just wimp out on it. God wouldn't do nothing like that. He wouldn't put no argument to tell the truth. He's really the awesomeness when we know he's really a monster. We're not sure. He says he loves us, but man, he's that explanation, I don't know. It's right from my eyes, but I can't see it. I refuse to eat that. See, it's saying, ooh, God smells. What? Slap that dog inside of you down. Get out, you dog. Be quiet. Put a muzzle on it, right? Be still. When Jesus come up out of the belly of the ship. Then he come up and say to the winds and the waves, be still. Put a muzzle on it. Be quiet. Shut up. You're telling your carnal mind, shut up, you old donkey, beast nature, dog, quacking, parakeet, that's twisting it to things, all, just shut up. Here's some sock and a duct tape, bam! I'll whip your ass, you beast nature, right? With Christ in control, not through your own might and power, but through Christ. He's giving you opportunity to come out of that stuff. Whip it. Snag. Yeah. Right? God is your strength, your strong tower, your refuge. Man, take advantage of that. oh my goodness, and grabbed onto this. And like those survival people and stuff in the natural, when they get a little bitty thing, they get some food or something. Man, they're so, oh wow, this is the greatest. They kill a deer and they use everything they can. I mean, they ain't worried about, oh man, I can't eat that. I'll just go ahead and sit here and die. In your own righteousness, I'll just stay with the way I've been doing all my life. I'll just die and don't do that, stupid. Right? Talk to myself too. You got a habitually, whatever you've seen and heard and all this stuff in me. Okay, in Christ. Do habitually practice, like in your read and study. Philippians chapter 4, verse 9. Right before it, a few verses before it, in 4:6 is be anxious, be worried. Don't be in unbridled hurry about all this natural stuff. Don't be anxious for nothing, but by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Go right on. Study that stuff. Get some food. Let God bring it to you. So when you see, hear, taste, touch, and smell autonomine, and you turn from that stuff in each and every thought process. And you go back to God and you qualify. Oh my goodness, yes! Here, hold my beer while I'm going up this wall. Yeah, boasting in God. I'm strutting, man. Oh yeah, look at this, man. I'm walking straight up this thing. No way you can do that out of your own might and power. Look at what God's doing. Not what I'm doing. Look what God's doing in me. Woohoo! Right? You'll be singing all the way. God is great. Better than chocolate cake. God is great. Better than a big old steak. Horao is breakthroughs. These successes, like in the survival situations. Oh, yes! I'm not gonna die today. Yes. Oh, do da. Right? I can make a fur out of this thing's skin, so when it gets cold, man, it's gonna help keep me warm. Or I gotta build a shoulder, oh man, yes. Right? All kinds of stuff. This is like you're in your mind. There's a battle going on. Okay, between that old carnal crap wanting to remain king of your mind. It's a squatter in your land. Kick its ass out. Get out, you beast snatcher, you dumb donkey. Right? Donkey. It's ass. Beast nature. Get out. When God gives you a chance. Be emphatic. Just like Daddy God. Father God. Yahweh is salvation. That's what Jesus means. When he came, he was the anointed Messiah to give the way, the truth, and the life. He gave the example. He came to fulfill the law, to show us. He suffered all things as a man. He covered it all. Everything that you see and hear that I'm talking about in there, it was more than that. He took all that stuff and he conquered it. There's examples. This is in picture languages. It takes way more than 1,000 words to try to describe it, give that argument, that explanation, and the intensification to bring it into a thing to help you. It's an opportunity for you and each and every one to step up that staircase. It's the living word. Not just a certain amount of words. Man, there's only 7 words in there. Why in the world would you take and do all these hours and hours of teaching? That's not enough. You don't want to interpret that with the carnal mind and side with that stuff. Man, this is a big Steven Spielberg movie here, man. Look, God, this way, that. Well, when you autonomize it, see that, oh man, that's junk, get rid of it quickly. You better get rid of it. If not, it's going to double, falling down all the way. Oh no, I'm dying again. It's a survival situation. Don't go around and around and around and around and around 40 years around that mountain like the Israelites did, coming back to out of Egypt, coming to the land of the promised land, the mind of Christ. Do it more like what Jesus, 40 days. That's just speaking of the time of the testing of this deliverance, coming back to God's right mind. Okay, now we're going to be going in there, and I'm going to be covering John chapter 4, verse 5. I'm about to run out of time here. In that verse, in the King James Version again, it says, "Then cometh he," that's Jesus, "to a city of Samaria," okay, which is called Sychar, near to the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. I'll be opening that thing up for you, so it'll give you a more informed, with this help you to make the right decision in this, where God's putting his argument, his explanation, and the intensification is going up, so you can make that right decision if you hear correctly and obey God. Thank you. We'll get to this later.